Well, hey there, gamers. It's me, Billy Bungie, and I'm here to tell you about the newest exciting development for Destiny 2. At Bungie, we make it a point to listen to all gamers' feedback, and we want you to know that we hear you. We know what you want. That's why I'm excited to announce to you today Bungie's new diversity committee that will be in charge of all in-game character models. That's right, gamers. Now we can all be awoken. I have an exclusive first look at new changes coming to Destiny 2. Introducing the transvestites. But we're not done yet, gamers. We also redesigned the most body-positive enemies in Destiny 2. Check out the Cabal's sweet new armor. And this is all thanks to the amazing Diversity Committee. Let me introduce you to them. This is the Diversity Committee.
What am I doing here? And why do I exist?
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Ah, yes, the character customization screen, one of my favorite things in gaming. There's nothing really like just sitting down and picturing the character that you want to play in your head, and then being able to put that onto the display in front of you. It really does allow you to express yourself. You can be whatever you want to be when it comes to making your character in-game, and that's what makes it so engaging for so many people, and why a good character customization screen is such a big deal for games like MMORPGs or role-playing games of any kind, really. You either want to be able to make yourself or a fantasy version of yourself. And that plays a big part in games like Destiny. Destiny, where you're playing this super-powered guardian with superhuman abilities, traversing unique planets, exploring different worlds, fighting all sorts of alien creatures. You get this power fantasy game, so obviously you want to be able to have your guardian look how you want them to look. Do you want to be a stealthy type? Do you want to be one of those slender, sexy ladies with blades, maybe a female hunter? Or perhaps you want a big old hulking titan who can just smash through anything that's in his way, just make some jacked ass robot. That's what I like to do. Or maybe, if you're truly top tier, if you're on the next level, you choose the warlock. And not just any kind of warlock. We're not some plebeians here, no. We pick the awoken warlock. That's right. The one time you'll hear me say, let's get woke, is with this. Awoken warlock's top tier. Don't fucking at me. Don't you dare. I see you typing in the comments already. Warlocks are where it's at. Regardless of the class that you pick, you want to be able to express yourself in the game, which is why they give you so many different options to customize your armor, the colors. But where Destiny has always been lacking has been in the actual facial construction of their character customization screen. To me, Destiny has always struggled with having enough choices for players to choose from when it comes to what their guardian looks like in terms of their face. Granted, we don't see it that often since it is a first-person game, but when you do see them in cutscenes, you want them to look cool, and I didn't really ever feel like that was a huge issue, but there could be some more options, and Bungie has finally come out and said that they are going to address this, but there's a catch, ladies and gentlemen. What, did you think that just because Bungie broke away from Activision that things were all gonna be sunshines and rainbows? I don't think so. That's not the world we live in, no. Unfortunately, the world we live in is marred by politics that are infused in our entertainment industry, and Bungie has proven that they are no exception to this because now we know the people that are in charge of the character customization changes that are coming to Destiny 2 are not the artists. They're not the creative people that are putting together these character models and making them look good. You know, professional people that know what's appealing. No, instead, Destiny has decided to put a diversity and inclusion committee at the head of choosing cosmetic items for Destiny 2. What in the fuck are they thinking with this? It makes absolutely no sense to me. But then again, most of the things that these companies decide to do these days, it's mostly for show, and it tends to backfire on them in spectacular ways. So at the very least, I'm kind of excited to see where this goes. We have an article here from GameStop that we're going to be taking. We have an article from GameSpot that we're going to be taking a look at that does detail some more of this information. The article is titled "Destiny 2 is changing its face customization options for greater diversity. Bungie is making some changes to the character creation tools in Destiny 2." I swear, every time I just see diversity or diversity and inclusion, my eyes kind of just glaze over. I go into this zombie-like trance. I become a sleepwalker, which is basically what all of these woke fucks are. They just drone around looking for something to get upset by, something to get offended by, and then they just want to screech about it until the company finally caves. That's kind of what we're dealing with here. And that's why we see a lot of these companies implementing things like these diversity boards or these inclusion standards, which are racist in themselves, but we're here to talk about character customization and how these people are going to probably end up fucking it up. Let's dive into the article, shall we? With Beyond Light, Bungie has rebuilt the character face system for Destiny 2 to provide more options for diversity and more. Bungie said in a blog post that its long-term goal is to allow players to create a character that they want, whatever that looks like. The studio is working on more face shapes to come in the future, and the process was reviewed by Bungie's own diversity committee and employee resource groups.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Why do we have this diversity group looking over what artists are doing? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, they're going to bring it to some kind of diversity editor, and they're like, well, here's the faces that we have, and they're gonna say, whoa, wait a minute, hang on a second, you got 5 black faces here. First of all, black faces, that's racist, you can't have that, so take out the black faces, but make sure you have black faces in there. Then they're gonna go down their little not racist checklist and be like, all right, we got 4 Asians, we got one that looks kind of Hispanic, we got maybe an Indian one here. And who gets to balance that out? Who gets the actual totals? Is it like a suffrage board? Like they have a ranking system, like black people get this many and Indian people get, you know, like 4. Like who's divvying that up? I don't understand this. We need more clarity here. We need more transparency, Bungie, please. Speaking of clarity and transparency, I just have to ask, who is on this board and really what is the diversity committee? Vera Dark tweeted something out that might shed a little bit more light on this. I'm going to also leave a link to her video that she did on this topic down in the link below. You should definitely go check it out after you watch this one. So the tweet that Vera put out shows this. Bungie has a diversity committee that ensures diversity via participating at community events like Pride, diverse panels at conferences, making sure games themselves feature diverse characters. So what they're saying is that they only care about diversity of skin color and diversity of sexual orientation. There's no real diversity of thought there. Because, I mean, when they talk about diversity, that's really what they mean. The exterior, or, you know, who you want to fuck. They don't mean differing ideas, people coming together, even though they may not agree politically or socially. That's not the diversity that they're talking about. Like, to have a company say that you have to participate in something like Pride in order to be on the diversity panel doesn't sound too diverse, doesn't sound very inclusive. It sounds pretty much like, if you don't think this way, if you're a wrong thinker, well, you're out, bud, sorry. Don't forget to pick up your Trump ballot on the way home, you fucking bigot. And I want to be clear about something. More options is not a bad thing. If Bungie wants to come in and add new facial features to the game, why not? Who cares? If I don't like them, I don't have to use them. Same goes for you. The problem that I have is when they start changing things that are already in the game and they promote it and they talk about it like it's for this woke crusade, like it had to be done. They're not coming out and saying that they're going to enhance facial features or anything like that. No, what they're saying is that they're going to go retroactively change things that are already in the game. Another quote from the article reads, Bungie added, as a part of this process, we reviewed the existing player models with our diversity committee and employee resource groups in the studio to make small tweaks to existing player heads. We're also building a list of Guardian face shapes that we should bring to the game in the future in order to increase Guardian diversity in Destiny, with long-term goal of enabling everyone to imagine themselves as their Guardian. Okay, if that was really the case, don't fucking change anything that you already have in the game, you idiots. Add what you want to add, but leave what you already have alone. What is the big deal? I don't understand. Why tweak what you already have in there if your goal is to create more diversity? You already have your starting point. You build on top of it. I don't get what it is with these people that think that you have to tear down everything in order to make something better or to make adjustments. It just doesn't make sense. I guess this whole thing of systematic racism, systemic issues, that's the problem. You gotta tear down the system no matter what it is. Even if it's working fine, you gotta tear that shit down. Like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna go back and change? Is Zavala gonna end up actually just being black? Like, they can't have the black guy being purple, so we're just gonna actually make him black. People are gonna be like, what the fuck happened to you, dude? What happened? It's gonna be like how people looked at Michael Jackson when he started getting progressively paler, like he was turning into a ghost. They're like, are you okay? Do you need to go to the doctor? Like, you think the Guardians, they're just standing around at the Watchtower and they're like, no one say anything, but Zavala's looking a little different right now. Or all of a sudden, Ikora comes in and she's Asian. Like, okay, sure. And who are the people that are in charge of this? Is this gonna be a bunch of people that look like they belong in Antifa? These are the ones that are gonna be determining what our character models are gonna look like? Who's determining the beauty standards here? Is this 400-pound land whale wearing a body positivity t-shirt with a bunch of lip piercings and shit? I could just imagine somebody like that sitting in this diversity boardroom with the Bungie artists, and the artists are just thinking to themselves, oh my god, we're letting this drooling slob dictate what we do. And then she's just sitting there eating like a cream-filled donut, and she's like, that's not a realistic body proportion. Real women have curves. I don't know if she's also deaf. I don't know what that voice was, I'm sorry. But I'm warning you now, ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for fat Guardians. Body positivity Guardians are here. The Guardians of the feelings. That's what we're going to be getting now with this diversity and inclusion board. Gotta make sure we protect the feelings, protect all body types, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, maybe we'll get some thick warlocks. Maybe we'll get some good stuff out of this. Can we get some thickness in the right areas, please? I don't want a bunch of muffin tops. I feel like that's going to breed a lot of resentment towards Guardians, though. Like, they're going to have the ones that are just lazy as shit, just hanging out in the, like, commissary all day, just stuffing their face with Twinkies. They're gonna be like, why do we have to go out and fight the Vex all goddamn day, and all you do is sit here and eat, Patricia? What the fuck? God damn it, Patricia. It just seems pointless to me. It just seems like a way that Bungie can come out and say, look, we're woke. Remember us? This is a huge misstep, and I think that it's really gonna backfire on Bungie. They should be listening to their fans, not these fucking diversity boards. Like, this is for the Twitter crowd. This is for online. People, you know, do the likes, they do the retweets, they give the little pats on the back. They're like, oh my god, yay, now I'll actually play Destiny. I've never played it before, but now because we're going to have all these new faces, I'm definitely going to play. Don't worry. No, they won't. No, they won't. You know what would solve this issue? Just have a better customer care. You know what would solve these issues? Just have a better, more in-depth character customization screen. I mean, look at games like Code Vein or Monster Hunter. They have insane amounts of customization. And if you look at Code Vein, tons of different skin tones, lots of different face shapes, and guess what? Because they're not idiots, they didn't have to come out and just say, it's for diversity. It's just almost like different people exist and you can make whatever character you want. And you know what I love the most when it comes to these diversity things, these diversity committees? When they talk about diversity in games and movies and TV shows, what they're saying is that if something's not diverse enough, it's too white. That's basically what they're saying. They just don't have the balls to say it. Like with The Witcher 3, for example, when people were looking at The Witcher 3, and when I say people, I don't mean real people, I mean like social justice warriors. So when social justice warriors were looking at The Witcher 3, they're like, it looks like a bunch of mayo spread all over my screen. It's so goddamn white. It's like a Wonder Bread commercial in here, and they absolutely flipped out. They freaked out about it. Do you see anybody freaking out about diversity in a movie like Black Dynamite? Which, by the way, if you haven't seen Black Dynamite, do yourself a favor and watch that movie because it is hysterical. Easily one of my favorite movies.
Deep into my soul. He said something to me in Chinese. Like, what was sound? Sounded like some cartoon shit, but I understood it to be a question that he was asking me.
But you don't see people talking about needing diversity in Black Dynamite. If you were to say that, somebody, I would say this. I would say, shut the hell up. Shut your mouth, honky. Shut up. Just leave it alone. I just think it's really hypocritical. This is clearly pandering on Bungie's behalf, and I really hate to see it. It's really disappointing. But at the end of the day, if we get more character customization options and they are better and they don't fuck up the pre-existing ones, I don't really care about this all of that much. I just thought it was really funny that they had to come out and say, it's through the diversity board. That's why you should care. We have a diversity board, so we're totally woke. You guys can still give us money now. Alright folks, that's what I have. That is it for today's video. As always, I want to know what you think about all of this. Let me know down in the comments below, and while you're at it, let me know what class you play in Destiny 2. Again, I'm a big Warlock guy. I'm all about the female awoken Warlocks. Let me know your preferred gender, species, class, whatever, down in the comments below. If you like the video, drop a like, and if you really want to support this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and be sure that you have all notifications turned on, that little bell icon there, that way you never miss a video. If you want to be an extra level badass, make sure that you join the Discord MGM Mother Base. A link for that Discord will be in the description below. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, by the way, at Metal Gear Mando. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.